So today we're going to be discussing Porsche's longest iconic model, the 911, and how it's going to be changing from model year 2022 to 2023. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for those of you who have seen some of my other model year 2023 changes videos, they are relatively short, and the 911 is going to be no different from model year 2023, as we're not seeing a tremendous list of changes. But let's go ahead and start with the pricing, as I always do. The pricing has increased for model year 2023 for the 911, either $4,900 going all the way up to about $9,100 if you're looking at Turbo S or Turbo S Cabriolet. This is very similar to what we're seeing in our everyday lives. Of course, we're seeing increases in gas prices, groceries, and the 911 is going to be no different. Again, ranging from about $4,900 all the way up to $9,100 if you're looking at a Turbo S variant. Now, when is this car going to be going into production? Well, it's going to be going into production very, very soon. September of 2022 is when the 2023 911s are going to be going across the assembly line. And we can expect these cars to arrive here at our local Porsche stores here in North America sometime late October or early September. It's a little bit later than some of the other models, as in terms of Macan and Taycan, we'll be getting those about a month and a half to 2 months earlier than the 911, as they're just delayed back a little bit. So that is when we can expect the 2023 911s. Now, we do have some new standard options for model year 2023. I've covered this on a lot of my other videos, and it has to do with the PCM going to what we call PCM 6.0 with cluster 37. It adds very nice color tiles there on the left-hand side. Native Spotify integration, also has wireless Android Auto. I've covered a lot of these changes in my other videos, but this is now coming to the 911 officially for model year 2023. We've been seeing this for quite some time, actually, on the 911, starting with calendar week 3 of 2022. So some of you, this may not be a major change, but now it's coming to all model year 2023 videos. Now, we do have some changes to exterior colors as well as interior colors, and that has to do with ice gray metallic now being an optional color for the standard 911 S, GTS, Turbo, and Turbo S. I think that's a really, really cool color. We've had it on the Taycan for a little bit of time. Can also now get Arctic Gray on all those models as well. That color was released with the GT4 RS. Looks very, very aggressive and darker gray. So now you can option that on your 911. There's also a new color that is tentatively planned for early 2023. So we'll be seeing if that'll be coming to the configurator. But that's Ruby Star. That has come to the Taycan, and it's expected to come to the 911 as well. Dolomite Silver has been discontinued as a color, so you'll no longer be able to option that. You'll only be able to option GT Silver Metallic. That's been a long reigning Porsche 911 color. Paint to sample has been increased, and now if you're going through the Porsche configurator, you can actually select any of those paint to sample colors and see what it looks like on your 911. In the past, if you wanted to select a paint to sample color, you would select it and then it would just show some weird, strange color on your 911 on the configurator. Now Porsche has expanded it to show a lot of paint to sample colors, and if you select it, it'll actually change the color of the car. So that's a really, really cool addition that's coming to the configurator for model year 2023. Now we also have new optional interiors that have actually come from the Porsche 911 Sport Classic, as well as the 911 Targa 4S exclusive design series, where we have some throwback interiors which are pure in black over Atacama beige, classic in black, which has really cool Pepita inserts, and also classic in black over Cognac, which is a really deep, rich, dark brown interior color with, of course, the Pepita and some really cool 911 heritage badging on the inside. So you'll be able to option this on the 911 Carrera, Carrera S, and Turbo models, and I think it's really, really cool. Kind of a throwback to those classic Porsche 911s from the 60s. Now, we do have an addition for the optional equipment. We've seen this on a lot of the other Porsche models for model year 2023, and that's the pre-wiring for the dash cam. If you get a Cabriolet model, it'll only be in the front, as well as with the Targa model. If you get any of the coupe models, it'll be the pre-wiring for the front as well as the rear. I think it's a pretty nice add, especially with those crazy drivers that are out there today. You can then purchase the Porsche dash cam from your Porsche parts department, and then it's a very quick plug and play. Now, in the past, we've had the locking wheel bolts as standard For model year 2023, if you're getting a standard 5-lug wheel, you're gonna have to option the locking wheel bolts on your Porsche 911, just like we've had to do on some of the other models for model year 2023, the Macan, Taycan, Panamera, all this is now an option. So be on the lookout for that under the wheel accessories section of the car configurator. I think it's a pretty simple add. I would just add it if I were you, just to be sure that nobody's gonna be stealing your wheels. We've had this for a little while, the omission of the electric steering column, with the exception of the 911 Turbo, Turbo S, Sport Classic, and 50 Years Porsche Design Edition. If you get any of those, you'll still get the electric steering column. The reason for this being is there is, of course, the semiconductor shortage, and this is still affecting a lot of the Porsche models. So if you get the 14 or 18-way seats, you'll only get the electric steering column if you decide to get those models. But if you get a 911 Carrera, Carrera S, GTS, you're not going to be getting the electric steering column. We also have a new option in the configurator, which is the option to do the 911 Carrera exclusive design wheels in the deviated exterior color, which I think is a pretty cool add. For example, if you do your 911 in white, now you can do your wheels in red. In the past, you would only be able to do those wheels in exterior color. So if it was a white car, you'd have white wheels. Now we can deviate that color from exterior color to interior color. So again, be on the lookout for that if you want to kind of switch it up and spice up your 911. And then we have a new 911 model, which is the 911 Carrera GTS Cabriolet American Edition. This is a throwback to 1952 when there was the 356 America Roadster in this really cool azure blue, and then again in 1992 with the 964. So Porsche is now doing a 70-year addition to that 356 America Roadster. It's a GTS Cabriolet 7-speed manual in azure blue. They're only going to make 100 for the United States and 15 for Canada. They're only going to be producing them for a very, very short time, from September 2022 to February 2022. So if you want that car, contact your Porsche dealer ASAP, as that's going to be a very, very limited run. Azure blue, white wheels, a classic Porsche throwback, which I think is very, very cool that Porsche is always doing throwback to their history, as that's where we come from. So very, very cool addition. We also have a long-awaited model, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Now that's going to be released here in just a couple weeks on August 17th, so please be on the lookout for that. That car is going to approximately have about 500 horsepower, and it has some insane aerodynamics. Looks like a 911 RSR for the street. So please tune into that. News TV for Porsche, that's where you're going to be able to watch the live session and see exactly what it looks like uncamouflaged, even though we've been seeing a lot of spy photos, pretty much already what it looks like. I'm going to be very curious to see what the Nürburgring lap time is. That pretty much wraps up all of the changes for the 911 for model year 2023. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.